Hello, everybody, and welcome back. I'm back today with some big updates on the EIDL grants and loan increases. I want to highlight some frequently asked questions because I have some clarity for you over the many questions that I'm getting here. But some of the big ones, I've got some answers for you. So share this video with everybody that you know who is inside the EIDL program, whether they're in the grant program or the loan program, because I have a lot of great information contained inside. So let's get you all caught up. Welcome back, everybody. I'm Edward Bilder. Thank you so much for joining me today for another video. I'm getting a lot of new members to the channel here, so welcome everybody. I appreciate you guys joining. And if you haven't yet subscribed, maybe today is the day, okay? You know, I often wondered, does anybody get fired up from hearing my intro song? I've never actually asked that question before, but I do play these videos back quite a bit. And every now and then I find myself kind of bobbing my head to that song. So let me know in the comments if you like the song or if you hate it. Either way, let me just know. All right, I'm off that. Let's get into some real news here. I want to talk and discuss a few topics around the EIDL grants and the loan increases. I want to highlight some more clarity from a lot of the frequently asked questions that I'm getting right here on the channel. So I have some updates on the 5K grants, grant errors, and for loan increases, we're going to talk about Hazzard insurance and some new glitches that are out there, okay? But first, I want to start with the grant updates because yesterday I made a statement here on the channel and I may have flip-flopped it just a little bit here. So let me explain, all right? The SBA reached out to me to inform the viewers that when they are going through the Targeted Advanced Grant application process, to really read all the questions pretty thoroughly to make sure they're answering them appropriately, because there are two questions that the viewers are answering in the opposite direction and they're getting it denied as a Targeted Advanced Grant. When they call the SBA, they say, I don't know why I was denied for citizenship. I don't know why I was denied for back child support. I don't have any children. And then the SBA goes and looks at your application and basically says, oh, you answered it in the wrong direction. Okay, so the clarity I want to provide here, and I flip-flopped it yesterday, so I do apologize. The qualifying answer for Q number 1 is yes. The mistake is that many applicants are answering no to this, and I think it's around the fact of non-citizen nationals and qualified aliens, okay? So I think that might be what's confusing so many people. And for Q number 2, question number 2 on the back child support, the qualifying answer here is no, but many applicants are answering yes to this. So basically the SBA was just pointing out hey, make sure you read the questions thoroughly and answer it appropriately because you could have it flipped backwards and end up with a denial on, and those are the two top ones that are out there. And it really does make a lot of sense because I get a ton of feedback right here on the channel and on my Instagram that you were denied for back child support, you don't have any children, and a lot of denials around the U.S. citizenship. And so make sure you read the questions thoroughly, all right? Now, I want to talk about the reevaluation process because fantastic news. I'm getting more and more reports every day that individuals are being overturned if they were previously denied for some kind of mistake that they made on the application. That's actually fantastic news, so keep those messages coming. I love celebrating with all of you. Now, I want to announce something new here, and this is a big one, so pay close attention to this one, all right? For Targeted Advanced Grants, the low-income community requirement, I am hearing from viewers that if you were denied for not being in low-income community, but you live on, say, the same street or across the street from low-income community or on the corner or a block away from the low-income community, very, very close proximity, that these are being overturned, okay? So I recommend that you apply for the reevaluation process, explain how close of a proximity you are to the Targeted Advanced Grant zones, the low-income communities, and it will be up to the discretion of that reevaluation individual, that loan officer who is reviewing your account. They are actually overturning them based on your situation. So if it's compelling enough and it's close enough and it's a matter of across the street or on the next block over, I'm hearing they're being overturned, okay? So I'm just pointing that out to everybody. So let me know in the comments if this also happened to you and you went through the reevaluation process and you are one block away. Let me know if you've been approved or if you're going to try this, okay? Let us know here on the channel. We want to know how many people are going to get this overturned for being in such close proximity. I mean, it's kind of ridiculous. You're right across the street and you're going to be denied. I don't think that's very fair. So, and I don't think some of the loan officers think it's very fair either, and they're overturning them. So let me know in the comments if this happens to you. I want to talk about the $5,000 supplemental grants. I'm hearing that the easy form is actually super easy, okay? It's basically an email and you go and click a button to submit your application. And within 12 hours, I'm hearing that you can get your $5,000 supplemental grant through the approval process to reach funding if you've already received your $10,000. So that's really great news. So let me know in the comments if this is happening to you, if you're getting your second email now for your additional $5,000, and if it was as easy as it was for my one viewer here, Jacqueline. So thank you so much for commenting, and let me know how it's working out for you guys as well. Now, I want to stay on the grant topics here real quick and talk about changing your bank account information, because there is one very common mistake that is happening to many viewers by the hundreds, and I just want to point out some things so you can avoid some delays, all right? Because it's very common that your bank account could have changed from getting that original $1,000 grant over a year ago, okay? It's very common, all right? So the common mistake is you go through the process to change your bank account information, and you have to change it by emailing targetedadvance@sba.gov. I actually advise viewers to do it to two places, to do it to targetedadvance@sba.gov and targetedadvance.reevaluation@sba.gov, just to really cover both of them, because they're both going into your files and updating information. So the common mistake is if your portal still shows your original bank account information, I mean, you could call the SBA and the SBA will tell you, they'll give you feedback right on the phone. Don't worry about it. It shows that it's changed. You got that email that says your file has been updated. Don't worry about it, okay? And it still shows up the old bank account in your portal. Well, guess what? Guess what happens? The day the disbursement goes to be sent to your bank account, it gets sent to your old bank account. And then it gets returned to the SBA. And guess what you have to do now? You have to go through the reevaluation team to get it fixed. It just adds on more and more time, because you'll get a response back that they're going to review it, and it could take an extra 2 to 3 weeks to figure this all out, okay? So when your funds, you thought your funds were landed and you're ready to go celebrate and, you know, go cash that at the bank, take that 10 grand out, unfortunately it was returned, right? And now you have to wait an extra 2 to 3 weeks. That could be pretty critical here. So if you are still seeing your old bank account information in your portal, get on top of the SBA over and over and over again. Answer the phone calls if they're calling you, and make sure they have your new bank account information. And remember, sending a voided check is probably one of the better ways to get it done. You could also send bank statements that have your bank account information to make sure that they can verify that information. All right, so I want you to avoid that mistake at all costs. Okay, I want to shift over to some loan increase topics, and I want to start out with hazard insurance, okay? Because hazard insurance could slow you down if you do not have enough of it. The SBA is checking now for hazard insurance, and they're even checking for your loans that were issued in 2020 for hazard insurance today, okay? They may ask you for commercial insurance, homeowners insurance, and renters insurance. Now, they may say to you that you need commercial insurance to cover 80% of the loan, okay? Listen to what I'm saying here. 80% of the loan. Do not let the loan officer make this mistake. I had some viewers point this out to me and clarify some things, that you actually need to have coverage for 80% of the collateral, okay? But the loan officers are saying, no, it has to be 80% of the loan. So there's some confusion there between the loan officers and what the actual guidelines are written as and what the rules are. One viewer pointed out that 80% of the loan, 80% of a $500,000 loan is actually rather steep, okay? Especially if you do not even own $500,000 worth of assets. Think about it. I mean, some of you are in the situations where, you know, you have enough revenue to justify getting the loans, getting that much in the loans. But in terms of assets, you have like a desk, a chair, you know, maybe some bookshelves and some filing cabinets, okay? Now, a UCC-1 can include things like bank accounts, all right? So all the money that's in your bank account can also be considered as collateral. So keep these things in mind. Now, let me know in the comments if you are in this current situation and you don't have a ton of assets, and let me know what the SBA's feedback is when they've asked you for your collateral insurance and you've submitted, you know, whatever your insurance was, it goes off to the legal team. Let me know what the feedback was so that we can help out other viewers here on the channel so they know exactly what type of hazard insurance they should be out there seeking. Now, Collateral insurance is not as scary as you think. I've actually received some policies for about $500 a year, coverage up to like $2 million. So it's not as scary as you think, especially if you're going after some really big loans. Now, Berkshire Hathaway, I am not sponsored by these guys in any way, shape, or form, but right now they have a ton of videos, or sorry, ton of ads all over the EIDL videos. So maybe just listen to one of them and just see and maybe just check it out. I don't know. Again, I'm not sponsored by Berkshire Hathaway in any way. I did actually used to work for Warren Buffett when he owned some aerospace companies, and I worked in aerospace for many years. But I'm not sponsored by Berkshire Hathaway. But what I am sponsored by is my own companies. So right now in the description, you could check out my AirBNB crash course. Get yourself some passive income. I'm talking an extra $5,000 to $10,000 each and every month. You do not have to own real estate to do this, and you can get in the game with as little as $50 in your pocket starting today. You can check that out in the description. And I also have a whole section on free stuff found in the description. You get yourself free crypto, free sign-on bonuses, free stocks, right? I use Webull each and every day because every month I get about $2,000 worth of free stocks from Webull. And the other day I won this Microsoft stock worth $248. So it was a pretty great day. So I want to point out a new glitch here in the loan increase process that actually may have been an old glitch, but is now like resurfacing with new viewers that are just starting to comment on this. So the scale of this is actually growing right now. And the glitch is that you had the blue button. So the blue button was inside your portal. And I say had because after you submitted it, your loan value defaulted back to the original loan amount. And it's back to like basically saying that you're requesting no increase. It's back to that original value, but your blue button is gone. It disappeared and it is gone. And you can't now go back in to make that adjustment to be like, oh no, I want the loan increase. I don't want zero. Okay. I announced this glitch a few weeks ago and I didn't hear anything new on it and it seemed like it was being cleared up. So let me know in the comments if this is happening to you as well. I want to know how many people are affected by this, so we could work together towards a resolution, figure out what you guys are doing to get this resolved, and I'll work with the SBA to also figure out what they're doing on their end to help all the viewers out there that are stuck in this problem. So thank you so much for all of your comments. Keep them coming. If you guys need further assistance outside my free content found right here on YouTube, you can find me pinned in the top comment for a one-on-one consultation. Just click the link and you can set up a phone call with me, okay? Avoid all of the scammers that are in the comments. There are so many scammers in the comments and it's nearly impossible to block them all. I block them and then a few hundred more show up, and then they even clone myself. They clone other big channels like Jason's and Max's, and they try and trick you to go to WhatsApp, give you cell numbers, send you Gmail account addresses, and try and get you to go to Instagram. And really they are trying to gain your sensitive information through all of our trust. Okay, you guys trust us and you think you're talking to us when you're actually not. Okay, now I do talk to many of my viewers on the channel here and I answer a lot of my comments, so keep your comments coming. It's very important that we can communicate. If you need to reach me though, you could find me pinned in the top comment, or I'm found in the description. And if you see messages from me and you're questioning that it's me, check to see how many videos the person has. I have hundreds of videos and thousands of subscribers. They have no videos and only one subscriber. Okay, so that's the best way to figure this all out. That's going to do it for today, folks. I wish you all the best, and I will catch you on the next one. And if you did happen to like my intro song, you're pretty lucky because you're not going to hear it as I'm leaving. So I wish you all the best, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye for now.